watch a drama, but you don't know the ending,
Ending.
you know?
Yeah.
Then you're just like, what's the ending like? Can you please tell me in advance, that kind of thing?
Episode 6, the show cancelled already.
Yeah!
Exactly.
The cliffhanger then cancelled.
So I found out that New York Times actually released a post today talking about new relationship terms that Gen Z's like coined recently. So cuffing, breadcrumbs, situationships. Any term familiar to you?
I think I know half of what you mentioned.
I'm on TikTok too, but how come I don't know?
Okay, what do you think a situationship is?
It's just yellow traffic light.
Traffic light.
Okay.
Complicated.
New York Times defined it as a romantic or sexual relationship in which both parties do not communicate clearly to define their status. Unlike friends with benefits, neither party in a situationship is certain of what the other is to them. So, in essence, yellow traffic light.
No commitment.
Yeah, exactly. No commitment, nothing. So, then my next question, have you all ever found yourself in a situationship before?
So yes, I have been in a situationship. I think still in. Met this person online, and I think definitely we did like each other, but the other party was not interested in pursuing something long-term at this point. Yeah, so I think for me, recognizing that we don't need to label it or like tie each other down, say, oh, I'm exclusive to you. Yeah.
So that means you can like multiple people at the same time?
For me, I feel like that's okay because for me, like I feel like that's okay. Yeah.
No, I'm just like, how is that different from an open relationship?
Yeah, so I mean, some would liken it to being in an open relationship, but there was no relationship to begin with. You know, we don't want to say, okay, we are boyfriend, girlfriend. We just leave it in the grey area. We just do coupley stuff, go out for dates, go watch movies, hold hands, but then y'all are not together. Like boyfriend, girlfriend, no. In order for a situationship to be a situationship, there must be some level of intimacy. Like y'all must be doing coupley stuff.
Oh, but open relationship defines that.
Open relationship, what I think is they can have sexual relationships with people outside, but they will still love each other, they'll still go back to each other, but they can hook up with other people.
Wow, it's quite a blurry line.
It is.
Wow.
Are you in a relationship, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Okay, how long have you guys been?
Since I was 2018.
Oh wow, so it's been coming to like 6 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amazing.
Around there, that's
Okay. Is it your first boyfriend?
why. Yeah, it is.
Ah.
So before that, you never hold hands with anyone?
No.
Kiss. Okay.
Am I supposed to do that? Am I
That means
supposed to
you
do
never been in a situationship lah.
Yeah. He looked at me like, oh, like...
No, trying to sieve out if you had like situationship.
Oh. So have you been in one?
So in my younger days, I've been in a situationship before lah. Yeah. But I think cause like back then it wasn't called like there wasn't such a term. Yeah, like situationship or anything.
Like, do you manage to get out of that zone, or was it always kind of like you were just in that zone?
I think cause like it wasn't defined, right? So I think like a lot of times like they didn't progress into a relationship. Yeah. When the commitment part came, it became like a bit scary also, and then like and then like you just like maybe like it just goes each other or something. Yeah.
I think commitment is scary because like at this age, right, where I mean we are all okay. I'm not sure you're on dating apps no longer, right? Because you're
No, I've never been on one actually.
okay, amazing. So on this day and age where a lot of youngsters are on dating apps, right? There's this false sense of like choice, because if this doesn't work out with somebody, you just swipe. It's like you know that's really what's happening right now. So people will be like, okay, why do I want to commit to you when I can date other people? It's like when you go to a buffet, you don't eat the first dish and skip the rest, right? So okay, don't come at me for saying like dating is like eating a buffet, but it's more of like that. There's so many people in this world, right? Like, why are you gonna settle on one? Okay.
I think it also happened when I was much younger. So like of course like when you are like in your early 20s, late teens, and like you think the idea of being with someone forever.
Yeah.
It's
Scary.
Yeah. So and then you started calculating, oh, I'm going to live 85 years or something like that. Yeah. good 60, 70 years, yeah. Of, like,
Okay.
being with someone. Like.
Okay, interesting. Then Pei Fang, what made you want to like stick it with your first boyfriend?
I grew up having that that mentality that if you love someone, then you should stick with them. Yeah, regardless of the good and bad. Yeah, so I guess that's how eventually my relationship stuck with me. Yeah, throughout the years and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think something very similar with the two of us is that when I was younger, right, I did have all these things planned out lah. Like, like by 25 must be married and stuff. But I'm like expired milk already lah.
Wait, shit, don't say that.
Expiry date over already.
I want to go back to like Jeevan's point. Were you ever in that situation where you know, like the other person wanted to progress or you wanted to progress and then it didn't work out?
Yeah. I think yes, I was, right? Because like in that moment, like you're doing coupley stuff, you're holding hands, you're literally going on dates, seeing each other. There's this part of me like, why not let's make it official? So then the other party was like, no, after my studies. So fair point. I mean, yeah, it's okay. So then now, yeah,
How do you feel like
in some ways, maybe it was a good thing lah, because my lifestyle, I love to travel a lot. So maybe it was kind of like a blessing in disguise lah. Because right now, I'm not looking for a relationship lah. Yeah, I'm just really chilling, enjoying life.
But you're still young, like.
Yeah, 100%. And like, you know, onto your expired milk point, right? Like, I really feel like guys, you age like wine. You know, you only become more attractive the more you establish yourself. And yeah, you start growing your beard. You know, you have your adult money. You dress better. You have a car. Like, you get more attractive. So I don't think it's expired milk. Yeah.
Thanks.
Oat milk. I don't know. You are the high size milk that everybody would like to go
Outside.
for. Outside. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was just curious to know because I think personally for myself, I also I guess I'm like Pei Fang. I can't really put myself in a spot where we have something but it's not defined. I will be like, what is this, man?
It's very unsettling.
Yeah,
like
it's
you,
very unsettling.
Yeah, you like watch a drama, but you don't know the ending,
Ending.
you know?
Yeah.
Then you're just like, what's the ending like? Can you please tell me in advance, that kind of thing?
Episode 6, the show cancel already. The cliffhanger then cancelled. Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
But I mean,
Right.
okay, when I was talking to you about this, you were saying that there is also you feel that there's no start or end to a situationship. You can just leave it and you can just pick it up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So like literally you can don't talk for like a good 2 months and then like the either parties will reach out and
What
say,
you doing?
yeah, what you doing? You wanna hang? You don't wanna go out for a meal? You know, and just like pick it off again.
And then pick it up with like same
Kind,
like,
everything.
whoa.
Yeah, because it was so comfortable with that person, right? That it's so easy to fall back into what you guys were, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it's not like a relationship. This is what I'm describing is really like two people who like each other but are afraid of commitment, want to pursue their own life, want to do their own things, but when they are lonely or need companionship, find each other, have a good time, and then go back, cycle repeats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's unconventional. It's really unconventional. I'm telling you, it's really unconventional, but
No,
it saves a lot of headache.
Okay, honestly, if I'm not in a relationship, probably I'll try that.
Is it?
Yeah. Why
But
not?
I thought you cannot. I thought you said you cannot like.
Deal with uncertainty.
Yeah.
No, but that was in the past, you know.
Pei Fang is a changed woman as of now.
5 minutes ago. That was 5 minutes ago.
So you just sold Pei Fang a good product.
Oh, the idea doesn't sound too bad actually.
It's actually sometimes even borderline transactional because like both people are lonely, come together, you know, have a good time, and then they just leave, go back to their own thing. I got no time to give you like 1 hour to talk to you, how's your day, all that. I don't have that time. Some people are more practical. Some people just want to hook up and then that's it.
Yeah. So, when you go online and you use dating apps, do you also look with that intention in mind?
Okay, good question. So sometimes I do go on online dating. It's mainly just okay, I feel so embarrassed to say this, but You know, for validation, you swipe for validation to see what's your like people who have a car license plate, right? They put their license plate on the market just to test what's the value. So okay, so actually I feel like so bad saying this, but I'm guilty of that lah. So I joined dating apps, maybe not so much to look for relationships, but more of just to it's a validation tool.
Okay.
But of course that's not right.
The thing is common.
But I
It
feel
is,
like
it
it's,
is,
yeah,
it
I don't
is.
think it's that just you like going on. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people also.
Because when you see people like you, right, it feels good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But then we don't talk. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
not really lah. It's just
Okay,
like
okay.
they'll be like, hey, you're the TikTok guy.
Okay. Has it affected like how you date? Like because people know you from TikTok?
I think in some ways yes. Because I'm not sure if someone wants to date me because of whether they truly are interested in me or because they want to date me for who they perceive I am, you know?
Right.
Or some people just want to date you because then they can flex to their friends, hey,
That
I went out with that
right.
person, you know?
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Have that ever happened to you though?
Have. Yeah. So like then you need to filter out what's people's intentions. Sometimes
Right.
people just want to go out with you but they zero intentions with dating you. They feel like you wasted your time, right? They just wanted to meet you. Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow.
So
Okay.
Oh, toxic.
Yeah. Cheaper.
in a way, yeah.
Jeevan, I'm curious, like hearing Pei Fan talk, like, how do you feel? Because it's so like drastic from what you believe.
Actually, we are quite similar, you know.
No, he just sold the idea of situationship to Pei Fang. Yeah.
Come on over to this side, you know.
Pei Fang is like, why I BTOs? Yeah.
No. I think I think BTOing is still okay lah, not too bad lah. Yeah.
What do you mean okay? Not too bad.
The debt.
I see what you have as like the end goal. Because a lot of people who are single, right, they look at you and they're like, you know, I kind of want what you have.
Yeah.
And like you are so way far ahead of them, and sometimes there is deep longing in me lah, like especially in times where like Valentine's Day and I keep watching wedding videos. I'm a sucker for wedding videos, you know. I see wedding dancers, you know, I'm like I want that.
No but sometimes I also look at like the grass is always greener on the other side.
But do you feel like you could have found someone better?
I think at the start of the relationship, there is always the idea that, like what you say, you know,
Yeah.
there's always someone better out there.
Yeah.
Why not? You know.
Yeah.
But as I progress in the relationship, I realize that, you know, if I'm happy now, I don't really need to think about the hypothetical like if.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to delve into that if I'm happy with my current situation. Yeah, like and if I like the person enough, I think whatever difficulties we have, I will want to stick it through. Yeah, because no one is perfect in this world. Yeah, that's what I think.
Do you think you could be doing something else in your life right now other than worrying about debt, like traveling the world?
Yeah, so I think even though there are cons, but I think the pros outweighs that. Yeah, which is something I don't think I will trade that for anything else. Yeah.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
So during Chinese New Year period, right, I've been like, all my uncles, aunties, everybody keep like talking to me, asking me about like relationship and stuff lah.
Because
Like,
you're still getting ang pao, right?
yeah, so naturally like they'll just tell me things like, oh, you know, like I really regretted like marrying old, marrying late and stuff like that.
Oh, and
Like
late.
like some of my uncles, they were married like in their 40s,
Oh,
that kind.
okay.
Yeah, then so they told me about it lah, and then
Yeah.
and then yeah, it just like struck to me that I'm reaching there already, and we'll have the same regrets. Will I have the same regrets? But I feel like I'm becoming more and more ready for commitment.
Okay.
That's also because I think the past 2 years, right, I've like so many friends who got married and stuff like that, right. Yeah, it's like the phase where like your friend group, right, start to diminish, and then it's like the single people like just like
shit,
become
it's true.
smaller and smaller.
It's true. I heard guys'
Yeah.
friend is like once they have a wife or girlfriend, they will just bye to the group.
So I'm in that fast diminishing single group lah. Like these are like your close friends lah. You've seen like the worst side of them. You know like how like incompetent they can be, but like yet they can still be committed lah.
Yeah.
Then you start to grow more in that, like just grow more confidence in in that sense. Or
I realize I have non-committal tendencies, like thoughts. So sometimes when I feel like, okay, something is not working out in my relationship, then you're like, oh, would it be better if, we're not together, that kind of stuff. So, but I think being in the current relationship that I am in, it has taught me a lot to be like secure and to kind of just be more trusting in the whole commitment process.
For me, I've never been in love.
Oh.
Never been in love.
Okay.
Like, so I don't know what love is, So for me, I've categorized it lah. Like I want to I can see myself spending the rest of my life with this person. I want to take care of this person if something happened to them. If they are sick, they are paralyzed, I'm not going to leave them. That is when I have found my person. But until I'm ready to do this,
Okay.
yeah. But
Then for the person you are in a
situation with,
yeah.
I don't love them, but I like them.
Can
I-
vibe with them.
I can vibe with them.
can
They are
vibe
like
with
safe
them.
space.
Right.
Safe space. But it's not at the point of love. Yeah.
I mean,
So-
definitely love, I think, is a different, like...
It's a whole
yeah,
league
it's a
in
whole
itself,
different-
you know?
it's a totally like
Whole different league. So it's scary lah. I know it's very scary to drop the L bomb. So I don't know. When do you
Yes.
say the L word to your?
We never said. Actually.
Oh, never.
Wait,
No lah, not never lah. But it's just now that I think back my relationship I've never put so much like thought into it. It
Okay.
just happened.
Oh.
So I think the way we works, right, or rather the way he works, is that he don't think so deeply. I think he's just like a very simple person.
right.
If I hold your hand, I'm in a relationship with you, that kind of thing.
Ah.
Yeah, there's no such thing as I'm playing with your feelings, situationship, nothing. So I was the one who broached the topic to him. Like, are we boyfriend, girlfriend? Then he's like, yeah, we are. Then okay, case closed. Then we move on.
Ah.
Yeah.
yeah. Cause for me, I use the L word like very loosely.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's why I cannot sense your sincerity.
Well, like I use it very like loosely lah. Like
Mm.
with
And a
friends,
lot
like,
of
I love
people.
you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I love you,
Ah.
Pei Fang.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, that's the first time I'm hearing it, by the way.
No, legit, people will meet you for the
Yeah.
first time and say, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's true though,
So I'm that kind of person lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but actually
So-
I've never heard him say I love you before.
Because
anyone.
Maybe I don't.
No, not to me, but just like to anyone.
Now
in the
you
office.
you heard it here first
Yeah.
on Tea Talks, folks. Koon
Yeah.
loves beef as a
Hey,
friend.
hello, don't anyhow stir shit. No.
But, I mean, thanks for everyone here for sharing your stories. I think it's very interesting to hear different perspectives of people in, committed relationships, but also how sometimes we're just happy to vibe.
Yeah, I think I also just want to caveat that I'm not an expert in like situationships, and I just speak from my own experience, and I'm still trying to figure this out.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get
Learn.
what even this means.
The definition just came out today.
I've been asking a lot of people in office. Nobody has been giving me the right answer. For this. Yeah. But I think if you have any thoughts, you can share it in the comments and let us know what you feel should be counted as a situationship, or if you have any stories, you can share with us in the comments below. So that's all for today's Tea Talks. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you the next one.
Hey,
Hey, bye.
Bye.